Hemp Acres in Waconia, Minnesota celebrated its grand opening of a new processing facility with Governor Tim Walz, as he and agriculture officials promoted a growing industry that supplies hemp derivatives for food manufacturing, construction, animal husbandry, supplements, brewing, and bioplastics.
I was one of the first licensed growers, first licensed processor in the state in 2016, 2017, and basically started at our farm, which we'll go to next, built out a small shed, learned how to process hemp, and learned how to grow it. And over the years, as our demand grew, we just kept innovating and expanding, and now here we're one of the largest hemp processors in the nation, and we specialize in processing every aspect of the hemp plant, all the way from the grain to the stalk to the botanical flower material. Our goal in the next 5 years is to be processing 30 to 50,000 acres of hemp throughout the Midwest, and yeah, we look forward to seeing what the future holds.
Minnesota's economy is still foundational around agriculture. The ability to innovate and the ability to diversify that is more important now than ever. The opportunity to be able to use a proven, for thousands of years, a proven product with literally tens of thousands of opportunities and innovative products to use, from building houses to obviously to textiles, to food, to everything else that goes with that, gives us an incredible opportunity. And to have one of the nation's leading processors right here gives us that momentum to have producers start thinking about growing hemp. This sends a signal to the market that Minnesota is ready to lead on this. I asked him, who are your competitors? It's the Canadians. The Canadians have a bigger market on this. They're creating jobs, they're making money off it, they're creating innovative products, they're using less pesticides, they're doing all those things. In Minnesota, we've always had that ability to diversify ags.
Minnesota is still leading the nation in hemp licensure for farmers that can produce. You know, it's a chicken and egg situation. We have to have infrastructure. Farmers like to grow crops, but they also like to have a place to sell and make money. And people like Hemp Acres like to buy that and further those products and also have it be economically beneficial. So this is really huge for our state, and I know that on behalf of our hemp farmers statewide, they're going to really look at this as a boon to the industry moving forward.
The new law that surprised so many people at the beginning of the month, what do you think it will do for businesses like this? Yeah,
I'm going to let Charlie, because that's the question I asked.
What will that do for your business? How much of a market does it create?
Yeah, it opens a lot of doors. This new bill that passed is just basically tapping into one more ingredient of the hemp plant, and it's a great opportunity and a chance to educate more people on the different uses of it.
What'd you talk about how many you're going to produce?
Yeah, we're hoping that we're going to be producing about 30 to 50,000 acres of hemp production in the next 3 to 5 years. That's our goal.
And how much of that will be for
gummies,
for edibles, beverages, and that was legalized?
I think the edible side is probably smaller than what we're looking at for our grain and fiber production. The grain and fiber takes a lot of acres and a lot of demand on like the food side and the industrial applications.
It turns out we're just behind South Dakota this year, so Minnesota is sitting in second place. We have about 300 licenses and over about 2,000 acres in the state. That's not the most we've ever had, but hemp production overall nationwide has kind of fallen because of the supply-demand issues, and still trying to get infrastructure up and going. Which is more to a point of a facility like this being up and running. Hopefully we can get more farmers wanting to go into hemp in some of their, in this part of the country, corn and soybean rotations, put some more acres into hemp.
When you see inside here the fiberboard, the textiles, the clothing, all of those things, that it's a lot of opportunities for the peripheral jobs. If this is processing, they're having it, and someone wants to be the leading producer of hemp clothing, we would hope they would be, in Waconia or nearby, where they could just process right from here, start producing that, and then that's value added. That's how this is working, and I think positioning ourselves as a national leader serves us well. Not everybody's going to be in this business, but once again, the more diversified we are, the better it is.